Hey everyone, and welcome back to TPS. The NFL Draft gives every team the chance to find its next wave of franchise superstars to build around. Some teams use the draft to their advantage and quickly build up a Super Bowl contender, finding gems in every round. On the flip side, some teams, and they know who they are, use the draft to waste high-end picks. Instead of using the draft to fix their team, they use it to make a series of regrettable decisions. On this occasion, we're taking a look at the last 10 NFL first overall picks and deciding if teams made the right choice with them or not. And if they did mess up the selection, which player should they have gone with instead? I'm Justin Fraction, and today we are redrafting the last 10 NFL first overall picks. At TPS, we post videos every single day, so don't forget to click the subscribe button to subscribe. Then click the notification bell to be notified when we post a new video. 2009 Clay Matthews. Original pick, Matthew Stafford. Hear us out, Detroit Lions fans. Yes, Matthew Stafford has been an above-average quarterback throughout his first decade as a professional, but he's regressed quite a bit over the years, and Stafford has never been an MVP-caliber quarterback. He's only led Detroit to the postseason 3 times, and they haven't won a single playoff game. The Lions have been extremely mediocre under Stafford. Unlike QBs like Aaron Rodgers and Andrew Luck, Stafford hasn't been good enough to mask the flaws of his team. Looking back, the Lions would have been better off selecting outside linebacker Clay Matthews, whom the Green Bay Packers selected with the 26th pick. Matthews is a 6-time Pro Bowler and was instrumental in helping Green Bay win Super Bowl 45. Matthews, of course, has been a thorn in the side of the Lions in the NFC North. Imagine if Detroit had him leading the defense, and how much weaker the Packers would have been. Plus, the Lions could have tanked in 2010 or 11 and drafted their new franchise quarterback then. Stafford can't take the blame for all the Lions' struggles, but if they could go back in time, you would have to think that Detroit would have been better off winning on a quarterback and taking Matthews instead here. 2010 Rob Gronkowski, original pick, Sam Bradford. The St. Louis Rams needed a quarterback badly, so it made sense to take Sam Bradford first overall in 2010. Unfortunately, after winning 2010's Offensive Rookie of the Year award, Bradford's knee kept betraying him. He was never able to stay healthy as a result, and Bradford never materialized into a franchise quarterback. Looking back, the Rams should have taken the best player to come out of this draft class. That would be Arizona tight end Rob Gronkowski, who the New England Patriots selected with the 42nd pick. Because Gronkowski needed back surgery, his draft stock fell a bit. Bill Belichick's gamble paid off as Gronkowski has emerged as the most dominant tight end of this decade. And he's helped the Pats win multiple Super Bowls. The Rams could have built their offense around Gronkowski and he would have been an absolute game changer. Not only that, but like we suggested with the Lions, the Rams could have tanked and then drafted their new quarterback a year or two later. Don't forget that Gronk's Patriots beat the Rams in Super Bowl 53, and Gronk just so happened to make a game-changing catch that set up the ugly touchdown of the contest. Looking back on it now, how could the Rams not go with Gronk over Bradford if given a second chance? 2011 Cam Newton, original pick, Cam Newton. No changes from us here, but we're going to talk about it anyway. The Carolina Panthers made the right choice in selecting quarterback Cam Newton, and we can't see why they'd ever regret it. This dual-threat quarterback has come every bit as advertised, to say the least. Newton has led Carolina to the playoffs 4 times, including 3 NFC South Division titles. He won the 2015 League MVP and guided Carolina to a Super Bowl 50 appearance, just the second in franchise history. Up until the 2018 season, Newton had stayed remarkably healthy as well. He's a proven winner and will keep Carolina in contention for years to come. There's plenty of time for him to lead this franchise to its first Super Bowl. Yes, other franchise stars like Von Miller, J.J. Watt, Julio Jones, and Patrick Peterson could have been taken, but a wise person once said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So we have no reason to suggest Carolina made the wrong choice here. What say you? 2012 Andrew Luck, original pick, Andrew Luck. Sorry to be original again, but no changes here. Andrew Luck was regarded as one of the greatest QB prospects ever heading into the 2012 draft. The Indianapolis Colts, who had released franchise icon Peyton Manning a month earlier, made the easy choice to take Luck first overall. And Luck was absolutely worth it. In his rookie season, Luck led the Colts to an 11-5 record and a playoff berth after the team won just 2 games the year before. The Colts won the AFC South Division in both 2013 and 14, reaching the AFC Championship game in the latter year. Luck struggled to stay healthy and productive in 2015 and 16, and shoulder surgery forced him to miss all of 2017. But when he returned in 2018, same old Luck, who led the Colts back to the postseason. Finally healthy again, Luck and the Colts look poised to make a run at the Super Bowl. He's still relatively young and has plenty of time to win Super Bowl championships here. Few guys could ever replace a legend like Manning with relative ease, but Luck did it. Absolutely zero regrets from the Colts here. 2013 DeAndre Hopkins, original pick Eric Fisher. The 2013 NFL Draft will go down as one of the worst in recent memory, to put it mildly. The Kansas City Chiefs drafted offensive tackle Eric Fisher with the first overall pick. And though he made the Pro Bowl in 2018, Fisher was widely considered a bust throughout his first 5 NFL seasons. Looking back, the Chiefs should have selected Clemson wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins, who somehow fell to the Houston Texans at the 27th spot. Hopkins has morphed into a top 5 NFL wide receiver using his slick hands, supreme athleticism, and lightning-fast speed to embarrass defenders. And we don't want to upset KC fans too much here, but how unstoppable would an offense consisting of both Hopkins and Tyreek Hill be? Good luck covering 2 of the fastest players to ever grace our planet. Nuck is a 3-time Pro Bowler and put up some amazing stats, despite having some very bad quarterbacks throwing the ball his way. Now with a legit QB and Deshaun Watson to work with, Hopkins has made his case as the NFL's best wide receiver. Maybe Fisher continues to improve and ends up being a consistent Pro Bowler, but for now, we say they built a DeLorean time machine to go back in time and select Hopkins. 2014 Aaron Donald, original pick JADEVEON CLOWNEY. Everybody knew the Houston Texans needed a new quarterback, but they just couldn't pass up on South Carolina outside linebacker Clowney. He was widely regarded as a can't-miss and generational prospect, so the Texans passed on their need for a QB and took Clowney to complement J.J. Watt. Knee surgery forced Clowney to miss most of his rookie year, and his sophomore season also left a lot to be desired. Clowney has made more progress since 2016, though. He's earned 3 Pro Bowl nods and combined for 18.5 sacks over the 2017 and 18 seasons. But the Texans should have drafted Aaron Donald with this pick, given that he's only the best player in the NFL right now. He fell to the St. Louis Rams at the 13th spot, called a steal. Donald is a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year and has earned 5 Pro Bowl selections. Clowney is obviously great, but no defensive player takes over games like Donald. We saw it on display during the 2018 playoffs. Could you imagine having Donald and Watt on the same defensive line? That'd be like pairing Lawrence Taylor with Bruce Smith. But hey, if ifs and buts were candy and nuts, then we'd all have a wonderful Christmas. 2015 Todd Gurley, original pick Jameis Winston. For the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tennessee Titans, taking Jameis Winston and Marcus Mariota, respectively, were easy choices at the time. Both teams needed a franchise quarterback, and both men came advertised as such. But Winston has had troubles off the field and has never found any consistency in Tampa. Suffice to say, 2019 is a make-or-break year for him. If he doesn't turn it around in his 5th season, the Bucs will move on from Jameis Winston and forever regret taking him with the top selection. With that being said, in our do-over, we have Tampa taking running back Todd Gurley instead. The Georgia product fell to the St. Louis Rams at the 10th spot, and he's only emerged as perhaps the best running back in the league since. Tampa obviously wasn't targeting an RB at the time, since they had Doug Martin. If only they had known that he would regress so quickly. Gurley won the 2015 Offensive Rookie of the Year award and has rushed for over 1,000 yards in 3 of his first 4 seasons. Gurley won the 2017 Offensive Player of the Year award and helped the Rams reach Super Bowl 53, even though he was dealing with a knee injury. Imagine if the Buccaneers had Gurley to complement Mike Evans on that offense. That would be straight up unfair. 2016 Carson Wentz, original pick Jared Goff. The Los Angeles Rams swung a deal with Tennessee to move up and select California QB Jared Goff. The Eagles made a trade with the Cleveland Browns to move up and take Carson Wentz at number 2. So far, the investments have paid off handsomely for both teams. Wentz was in the midst of an MVP season in 2017 before tearing his ACL. Still, he was instrumental in setting up the Eagles' eventual Super Bowl 52 championship. Goff, meanwhile, has led the Rams to 2 NFC West Division titles and got them to Super Bowl 53. So far, so good for both quarterbacks. But even though he's been injured aplenty, there should be little denying that Wentz has been the better quarterback of the 2 through the 2018 season. Let these 2 stats do the talking as of the 2018 season. Goff plays in the perfect offense under his head coach Sean McVay. When teams game plan against Todd Gurley, Goff struggles to win the game himself. Wentz is the heart and soul of Philly's offense. We've seen him play like an MVP, whereas Goff looks more like a decent quarterback who's benefiting from the perfect system. Be honest, Rams fans, you'd rather have Wentz than Goff right now. Take away the health factor. When they're both on the field, Wentz is the better QB. The Rams would love to have him in a redraft. We know it. 2017 Patrick Mahomes, original pick, Myles Garrett. This is nothing against Myles Garrett, who's already emerged as one of the NFL's most dynamic pass rushers. But as we saw in 2018, Patrick Mahomes is sort of the new face in the NFL now. Who else threw 50 touchdowns in their first season as a starter? Oh, yeah, nobody. Mahomes won the MVP award and was so close to helping the Kansas City Chiefs reach the Super Bowl. Yes, Baker Mayfield is going to be a great quarterback in Cleveland, but Mahomes, who the Chiefs selected 10th overall, is head and shoulders above everybody else. That includes aging Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers. So no, the Browns will not regret taking Garrett, but in a redraft, you should always go with the best player. Mahomes is the best so far. Plus, Browns fans, you'll agree with our redraft here, even more when you see what we put down for 2018. 2018 SAQUON Barkley, original pick, Baker Mayfield. If we didn't make sense before, do we make sense now, Browns fans? Imagine if the dog pound had Mahomes, the game's best quarterback, and SAQUON Barkley, who figures to be the best running back in the NFL for years to come. Again, the Browns won't be disappointed with Garrett or Mayfield, but if redrafts existed, they have the chance to really shoot for the stars. Mahomes and Barkley would be like having Aaron Rodgers and Barry Sanders, simply unstoppable. Mahomes is impossible to stop on his own. Barkley is nearly unstoppable in both the rushing game and as a pass catcher out of the backfield. These two guys would just rewrite the record books together. The Mahomes-Barkley duo is just too dreamy, to the point where we had to make some changes in our 2017 and 18 redrafts. Don't hate us for it, please. Which recent first overall pick would you like to see do over? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you guys later.